Welcome back to the channel, folks. Today we're going to do a quick video on how to install a doorknob and a deadbolt on the pole barn here. So I got the roll-up door open, but you can see the man door there, the 3-foot door. We had that installed as part of the pole barn enclosure, but it didn't come with the lock set. So we're going to put that in. I think it should go quick. I've just got to drill a couple holes, so this should go in easily. It's pre-drilled for the actual mechanisms. The only thing I'll have to drill is where the deadbolt comes through and where the latch comes through. So this goes in there. Here's the deadbolt. So there, the deadbolt goes in, and all these things are already mitered out or routed out for this. It's like it fits pretty good. And I got to drill those holes and put in those screws. Try and hit the dead center of that. Just a starter hole because the wood screws will pull themselves in. Pretty easy stuff. 4 of these that go in. All right, here's the exterior lock. You want the lock to go that way. There's the other portion of that. It's got a little slot there. So that should work the deadbolt. And it does. I have to line up these screws. I think these are the ones. And these don't have to be overly tight. They're on the inside, so no one's going to be able to, loosen that up. Just tight enough where it gets a little hard to turn the screwdriver. The doorknob should be just as easy. So you want the lock on the outside, so put the lock on the outside. Want this part on the inside. So there's a female and male square end there, and I'm having trouble lining up. There it goes. And 2 screws for that. So I have to tilt the handle down to get to it. Make sure it looks good. You want to make sure this latch is like that so that when it slides into the catch, it can close. If that was turned around the other way, you'd have to take all this apart and redo it. Okay, the next thing we have to do is install the strike. This is the strike, and that's where that angled latch will come into contact and then go into this hole and keep your door closed. Now, this has some in and out play, so I've got to figure out the best place for that. And then this is where the deadbolt goes. And this is just so the deadbolt's just not into a little hole in the wood. But I'm going to close the door and see how that works. Okay, what I found was the deadbolt won't go in with this pushed all the way that way because the seal has to compress. But that might be a good thing that you have to pull the door to you to close the deadbolt, and that way it'll ensure the seal is really, compressed and weather tight. Let me try that again. Okay, that will work right there. It goes in and out nicely. Now, I don't know about this one. I got to check this one. I've been holding this one with my hand. Okay, so what I did is I put my thumb here and closed the door, and then I could actually move the door by moving this in and out. So I think I'm going to go ahead and jam them up pretty tight, and that way it'll force you to have to push on the door. You won't be able to just push the door a little bit and it'll close, but this is an exterior door. I don't want any rain to come in past this weather seal, so I'm going to make sure that seal is compressed nicely. So just like before, I'm just going to drill a little pilot hole just to start it. And also keep the screw right in the center where I want it. And I'm putting these in by hand because I don't want to strip them out with a cordless drill, cordless impact. Obviously that would be quicker. I have a little bit more control this way. And if this doesn't work, you can always move that back this way and drill another hole. All right, I think that'll do it. Let's check it out. Okay, so the latch works perfectly. All right, so when it's latched like that, it's latched. I can't work the deadbolt. I got to pull it in a little to work the deadbolt. But that's as far this way as it can go. So I think I'm going to move the deadbolt back over a little bit. You know what? On second thought, I'm just going to leave it like it is. It's fine. If I put another hole there, it might not hold as well. Okay, there you have it. I think that took me about 10 minutes to do total. Latches nicely. I've got the key here. And again, I'm going to have to hold in on that handle a little bit. The key isn't going to work the deadbolt. Actually, I didn't hardly have to hold in on it at all. So if I put the key in it and just pull it to me a little bit, now the deadbolt, now it's locked. It's easy to undo by the deadbolt, by the key. And boom, that's all it is to it. All right, folks, and with 10 minutes and a screwdriver, you don't even really need the drill. I think you could have started those screws just with the screwdriver. And actually the instructions say you only need a screwdriver. But in 10 minutes, simple tools, I installed that. Saved myself the time and expense of getting a contractor to do it. And like I said, 10 minutes and a screwdriver and it's in. So hopefully you enjoyed today's video. If you did, click that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and share with your friends. Otherwise, we'll catch you on the next one. Take care, y'all.